Hi guys, today we're going to talk about relative clauses. First, let's read the introduction. A foreign friend, Sam, is doing some university work about the UAE. He sends Ahmed an email to ask him about the UAE. Sam knows something about some of the famous people and places in the UAE, but wants to ask for more information. Below are the questions he asks and Ahmed's answers. So here is, Ahmed forgot a comma there. Hi Sam, I'm sending you the answers to the question you asked. Please see below. Who was Sheikh Zayed? Sheikh Zayed is the leader who built the UAE. What is the Burj Al Arab? The Burj Al Arab is a beautiful hotel which looks like a dhow. What is Jumeirah? It's a place that people like to visit. Okay. With all of these sentences, we have two parts. We have sort of the main part right here, and then we have a second part or clause, and that's where the phrase relative clause comes from, that gives us more information. Okay? This is the relative clause in the first sentence. Do you see the relative clause in Ahmed's second sentence? That's right. It's right there. What about the third sentence? Right there. Okay? And so we have who, which, and that. And those are our most popular relative clauses. Relative pronouns or adjective. Words that start a relative clause. Who, which, and that. They are not the only ones, though, as we'll see in a minute. They're just the most popular. Okay? And we've got a couple more here. There's another that. And there's one more that. That is probably the most popular. Who only works with people. That can work with people or things, or even places, and which only works with things. Okay? So, Sam got Ahmed's response, and he responds to Ahmed. Thanks, Ahmed. I need some more information about tourism in Dubai. Can you tell me some of the places tourists go? Of course, Sam. Here are some favorites. Global Village. Global Village is a place where you can buy things from all around the world. Can you find the relative clause here? That's right. And it starts with the word there. It starts with the word where. And so we can use where to begin a relative clause that deals with place. Okay. And in the last email, Sam responds to Ahmed and tells him about his friends Tom and Hamish. Tom, who lives next door to me, is my oldest friend. There we have a relative clause in the middle of a sentence, but it's surrounded by commas. Okay? And then here we have one more relative clause that begins with whose. And whose is for possession. Can you find the relative clauses here? That's right. And right there. Now the question is, whose is pretty simple. Used to describe possession. You'll need to practice it some. But the commas, why do we have commas there if we didn't have commas other places? Right? There's no commas anywhere else. Why is that? But there's commas here. Well, it's because these phrases right here are not needed. They're extra. They just give us sort of some extra information. If you take the relative clause out of this sentence, the sentence doesn't make sense anymore. Global Village is a place. Grammatically, that's a sentence, but it doesn't make much sense. This, if you take it out, the sentence still makes sense. Tom is my oldest friend. The phrase, who lives next door to me, just gives us extra information. So, to review, we use who, which, that, and where to give added information about people, places, and things. We use whose to describe possession, and we use commas around clauses that aren't needed or aren't necessary in the middle of sentences. Relative clauses can add a lot to your writing, and in order to get high marks on the MSAT or the IELTS, you'll want to make sure that you're including them in your writing. So make sure that you practice. Thanks.